In the ancient sands of Egypt, where the Nile's waters kissed the fertile lands and the pyramids stood as eternal guardians of time, there was a tale whispered only among the bravest of souls. This was the tale of Anubis, the god of the afterlife, whose powers and curses were feared by all. The story begins with an ambitious archaeologist named Dr. Amelia Hart, known for her daring expeditions and relentless pursuit of ancient secrets. One evening, while studying an old manuscript in Cairo, she stumbled upon the legend of a lost tomb. This was no ordinary tomb. It was said to be the resting place of an ancient pharaoh who had invoked the wrath of Anubis himself. Despite the warnings in the manuscript, which spoke of a terrible curse that had befallen anyone who dared to enter, Amelia couldn't resist the lure of such a discovery. The manuscript mentioned a hidden location in the Valley of the Kings, a place that had been untouched by time and man for millennia. Amelia assembled a team of seasoned explorers and set out on a journey deep into the heart of the desert. The sun beat down on them relentlessly as they crossed the treacherous sands. At night, the desert was eerily silent, with only the howling winds to keep them company. As they neared the valley, strange occurrences began to plague the group. Shadows that seemed to move on their own, whispers in the wind that sounded like ancient voices, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. Some of her crew began to panic, but Amelia pushed forward, driven by a force she could not explain. They finally found the entrance to the tomb, hidden beneath a mound of sand and rock. The entrance was marked by the symbol of Anubis, the jackal-headed god, who stood as the protector of the dead. The air was thick with tension as they descended into the darkness, torches flickering as if the flames themselves were afraid. Inside, they discovered vast chambers filled with treasures beyond their wildest dreams. But at the heart of the tomb was a massive stone sarcophagus, sealed with the symbol of Anubis. As Amelia approached it, the ground trembled, and a deep, resonant voice echoed through the chamber. "Who dares disturb the slumber of Anubis?" The lid of the sarcophagus began to shift, and from within, a dark presence emerged. Anubis, with his jackal head and towering form, stood before them. His eyes glowed with an eerie light as he gazed upon the intruders. "You have trespassed on sacred ground. The curse of Anubis shall be upon you." The curse was swift and terrifying. One by one, Amelia's team fell to unseen forces, crushed by collapsing walls, swallowed by shadows, or driven mad by the whispers of the dead. Amelia, the last remaining, fled deeper into the tomb, desperate to escape the wrath of the god. She stumbled upon a hidden chamber, where an ancient scroll lay upon an altar. The scroll contained the incantations needed to appease Anubis and lift the curse. But the price was steep, a life for a life. Amelia knew that to survive, she had to sacrifice someone dear to her heart. Torn by guilt and fear, she recited the incantation, invoking the power of Anubis. The god appeared once more, his eyes piercing through her soul.